Probably the most significant one was the year that I won my first World Series of Poker championship. We got involved in a pot. I had a 10 deuce of spades, and Jesse Alto had ace jack of hearts, and the flop was a ace jack 10. And I'd just beaten Jesse a pot, and I knew he was kind of on tilt. So I called him, you know, hoping to catch a 10 or a deuce where I might break him with this hand. And sure enough, I caught a deuce. But Jesse already had aces and jacks. And he bet it, and I moved in on him all of his money. And he called it, and I caught a 10 on the river and made a 10s full.
What Doyle has going for him above and beyond is twofold, really. Longevity. And last time I played with him, I'm like, how is he getting better? Like, I really felt like he was playing better than he had, you know, in the previous years.
Doyle is officially inside Daniel's head.
But also with Doyle, you know, we talked about my generation having to figure it out on their own. They really had to figure it out. Like, they didn't have any computer simulation to tell you if ace king was a favorite over pocket sixes. They didn't. So we know what he did. He would take a deck of cards, and he did it manually, you know? And he did it in a time when it was very, very difficult. And he's seen poker evolve and change.
Not to romanticize this thing too much, but poker is also a game of personalities. I mean, it's part of the greatness is like the uniqueness of the human beings.
What do we got? Tell them how smart you are.
I have no idea.
No, tell them.
I really don't know. Kings? Kings?
I mean, like, how you gonna beat this guy? He knows what you got all the time.
Like, looking at it from that perspective in terms of like GOAT in terms of what you represent. Like the cowboy, the Godfather, you know, he's been around, you know, he played in the 60s and stuff like that. It's just something like incredibly cool. Like, I often think about if I could go back in time and like visit, you know, an era, I'd love to go like to Vegas in the 70s. I already, like, I can think of what it would smell like, probably not ideal, cigarettes and, you know, the leather jackets and just the vibe of what it must have been like with the mobsters and things like that. You know, he's lived through all that. He's like a source of history.
He's been there through the whole transition.
He's seen it all.
Instead, it's a 9.
One for the good guys.
Hey, Doyle, what you always say is always feel good to what?
To win the first one.
Oh, man.
Abuse is part of it. It's supposed to beat the man on your right.
Doyle said, go ahead, do it. I dare you. Just do it, son.
That face should be on every chip in Vegas.
I'm all in.
Doyle's all in.
Okay, nice hand, Doyle.
He is still the Godfather of Poker.